What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super reveal. Bandai thought they could pull a fast one on us on a day that they weren't supposed to release any reveals, and they went ahead and they snuck in a reveal for Series 5. This sneak peek is already kind of crazy, and we've only seen just a few of the cards in the game. Let's go ahead and see what this set's going to be all about. The first reveal is a black leader from one of the new starter decks. It's literally the Dragon Balls. 10,000 base power. It's permanent. It says this card can't attack. Activate main, switch this card to rest mode, choose up to 2 Dragon Ball cards from your deck or life, and add them to your hand and shuffle any areas you looked through. So you can pull them from your life. You can even see in your life what cards are there, which would better help you prepare for your future plays. And if that weren't enough, these cards do not awaken. They instead have an ability called Wish. When there are 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area, choose up to 1 Desire card in your drop area, add it to your hand, and flip this card over. So it's a new Awaken type of mechanic that has nothing to do with how many cards are in your life. It also includes a new trait called Desire, which we haven't seen any of that yet. It's going to be really interesting to see what those cards do, since the 2 leaders that have been revealed both have effects that revolve around these Desire cards. Then on its Wish side, we have Miraculous, Arrival, Shenron. If you notice at the top, it says Wish and not Awaken, to clarify that it is in fact a separate ability. You also don't get to draw or untap energy on either of these Wish/Awaken abilities, which is kind of going to be a really weird mechanic to get used to. Shenron still can't attack, and your activate main says once per turn, choose 1. You can draw 1 card, choose 1 Desire card in your hand with an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy, and activate its activate main skill, which is pretty cool because you could probably play it as well during that same turn and also activate it. Then it says, remove 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area from the game. This is not the same as warping them. This is similar to other effects such as Cooler's Armored Squadron that remove them from the game. It's a separate, completely separate area than warp, just to be clear. If you do, choose 1 of your battle cards and it gains 10,000 power and triple attack for the duration of the turn. Then flip this card over at the end of the turn. So, triple attack. Not triple strike, triple attack. So you can give something that has double strike 3 swings. You can give something that has triple strike 3 swings. This could be absolutely disgusting. I'm pretty excited to see what we can do with it. Obviously, there's not a lot to go off of right now, but it does have me really hype, especially just because I love new game mechanics like this, and this one's really cool. One thing to take into consideration, though, is once you use the 7 Dragon Balls, he flips back over, and you cannot awaken again. Or wish, rather. So you're going to stay at that weakened 10,000 for the rest of the game, which for Shenron, he can't attack anyways. On the front side, he's just the Dragon Balls. So you may end up having to put more effort and more combo power into defending your life. Then, of course, we have the Dragon Ball. It's a 0-cost black extra card with the keyword Dragon Ball, which says you can include as many copies of cards with Dragon Ball in your deck as you like, as long as the total number doesn't exceed 7. The activate main says if your leader card is a Shenron card, draw 1 card. So it's a 0-cost, draw 1, which basically just helps you thin your deck and gets the Dragon Balls in your drop area to be able to activate them with the Wish ability. Now, the Dragon Balls specifically says copies of cards with Dragon Ball in your deck. So, I'm wondering if we will have different variations of the Dragon Balls. Specifically, in this set, we have this one, which is Wish Dragon Balls into Shenron. So, I'm thinking we might actually get what I've been wanting, and get some Porunga stuff and Namekian Dragon Balls. And the Namekian Dragon Balls may have a different ability than the regular Dragon Ball. This one lets you draw a card. That one might untap an energy or something, which would be really cool. I would like to see, you know, something different if they do other Dragon Balls instead of just drawing a card. Granted, untapping an energy for free might bring back the, or might further the issues that people have been having with the unyielding Trunks card that we have, because it's been allowing for pushes with the storm decks and aggro decks, and so maybe untapping energy isn't, the best idea. But, I would just like to see something different besides drawing a card for the Namekians. But I would really like the Namekian Dragon Balls to have a really cool ability that possibly could even be used to support the Namekian archetype. Then we have Dragon Ball Seeker Bulma. She's a 1-cost 5,000. Activate main says, once per turn, choose up to 1 Dragon Ball card from your deck and place it in your drop area, then shuffle your deck. Notice how it specifies a Dragon Ball card. So, again, I think that's supporting the idea that we're going to have more than just the Earth Dragon Balls, which, again, I would really love it if we got some Purunga and Namekian Dragon Ball stuff. Also, since she is a black card, which is not the same as colorless, but it doesn't give a shit what color you have, so you may as well kind of, whatever. We're not going to get into that discussion, but you can splash her in every deck that you're going to run Dragon Balls. She can be played in every Shenron leader deck, and that's going to be really cool. Depending on what abilities they have, you may not necessarily just want to dump them in your drop area needlessly. So the ones that they've revealed so far, you just draw a card, it replaces itself. So you're not benefiting from anything. So with her ability, you're just putting it in the drop area anyways. Not really anything's happening because it's coming from your deck. But if the Namekian Dragon Balls, for example, had a different ability, you may not necessarily want to throw them away like that. That's neither here nor there, though. We don't even know if we're getting Namekian Dragon Balls, but it would be pretty cool to see, and obviously this Bulma is going to be a 4-of staple in all of the leaders for this set. Up next, we have Sorbet without the T. He's our yellow leader for set 5. His auto says, once per turn, when one of your battle cards attacks, it gets 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 1 Dragon Ball card from your deck or life and add it to your hand. Then shuffle any areas you've looked through. His wish ability says when there's 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area, choose up to 1 Desire in your drop area, add it to your hand, and flip this card over. So these leaders don't draw and they don't untap. They have a similar ability to the Xeno Trunks from set 3 that instead lets you get a card from your Overrealm, but obviously that lets you get a Desire card from your drop area, and we still don't know what those cards do. One thing to really take notice of for this card is he's a yellow Frieza's Army leader. So let's go ahead and just put it out there now. He's going to be played. People are going to run Cold Bloodlust with him. There's really no way we can stop it. And if this archetype really does pick up the Dragon Ball stuff, Sorbet is going to see a lot of play. He may see more play than Shenron just because he can actually attack, whereas the Dragon Balls can't. That may not matter too much, because Shenron does have a really powerful wish ability when he's awakened. Sorry, when he's wished? We'll just say he's awakened. It's the same concept, it's just a different mechanic to get to the same destination. Sorbet flips over into Frieza, Resurrected Emperor. He has the same abilities as the Shenron leader. Activate main once per turn, choose 1, draw 1 card, choose a yellow or black Desire card from your hand with an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy and activate its Activate main skill. So his have to be yellow or black, whereas the Shenron leader does not care. They can be of any color whatsoever. And his Remove 7 Dragon Ball effect says, choose a total of up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and energy and switch them to rest mode. And this card gains 15,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then flip this card over at the end of the turn. So, this card will allow you to play Cold Bloodlust. It will allow you to play yellow cards, like you could play Shugesh, or, any of the yellow stuff like that. Flying Nimbus. But all he gains is plus 15,000 power. He does allow you to rest 2 battle cards and 2 energy, or 2 energy rather, and so you can kind of choose how you want to weaken your opponent for that attack, but it's a single strike 30,000, unless you throw like a Champa or the new Supreme Kai on top of it. You can get double strike, but that's nowhere near as intimidating as Shenron's ability to give a card fucking triple attack, which could have double strike or triple strike, and even cards that have crit on top of it. Ooh, it's really disgusting just thinking about it. But this Frieza leader is fantastic on its own as well. During the short reveal trailer for Set 5, we were able to capture a few screenshots of a couple cards that were revealed in that video. And the first one is a red leader. It's going to be Yamcha from Dragon Ball. Now, this is when he was a bandit, before he became friends with Goku, and he's got the whole Wolf Fang Fist thing going on here. So it looks like Red is actually going to be Dragon Ball themed in this set, and not GT themed like it was in set 2 and 3. So it'd be really cool to get more Dragon Ball support, and everybody's wanting a Yamcha leader, and obviously Yamcha was at his coolest during Dragon Ball. During Dragon Ball Z, he didn't really do anything, and during GT and Super, he's pretty much non-existent at that point. He's not even a meme at this point in time. It'll be really cool to see what abilities he gets, but for right now, all we get is this kind of pixelated, blurry image of him about to attempt to whoop up on a little kid Goku. We also got a shot of this Kid Goku from the Dragon Ball era. He's a red battle card. He's got 1 specified energy, so he's probably anywhere between a 1 to 3 cost at most. Not really much to go off of here. The way Bandai has pretty much made these cards now, it's impossible to tell whether they're common, uncommon. We have no battle power to go off of, no energy cost, nothing at all, not even a combo cost. So the most we can do is just speculate on what he could possibly do. We also got a red Kid Krillin from the Dragon Ball era. This time he has a specified energy cost of 2, so he might be a little bit bigger than that Goku. He might be an extra energy above him, an extra 5,000 power, who knows. But pretty dope looking art. We've got, you know, the action scenes for all of these characters, and it looks to be the very first tournament era of Dragon Ball as far as the Goku, the Krillin, and the Yamcha leader are concerned. Here we've got a yellow Tagoma battle card with a specified energy of 1 yellow, and a yellow Shisami battle card with a specified energy cost of 2. Then lastly, we have this image of 5 leaders from set 5. It might possibly only get 1 leader from each set from here on out. It might be unlikely since they've only done that with theme booster sets such as the World Tournament set and the Tournament of Power. But here we see a black Shenron leader. We see the yellow Golden Frieza leader. This one in the middle has to be Gogeta, which people have been waiting on it for a while. You can tell because of the way the jacket is. You can see it a little bit on the bottom left corner there. And he's got the halo as well, so there's no other possible character that could be. It couldn't be Vegito, because Vegito was never dead. Over here on the left, that's clearly Janemba. You can see the 2 horns going up into the background of the art. And then on the right, I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably like Omega Shenron. It's going to have to be something GT, and it's going to have to be something that has to do with the Dragon Ball. So Omega Shenron is, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense for it to be Omega Shenron. Do I care? Not particularly. I have no attachment to Omega Shenron, or to Janemba, or to Gogeta at that point. Honestly, as of right now, I might play the Frieza leader, just because I like the way yellow has been the past couple sets, and because Cold Bloodlust, I never actually have played a single deck that ran it, so it might be my time to be a dick with it. But more than likely, I'm just going to enjoy the shit out of the Shenron deck, just because Shenron is one of my favorite things about Dragon Ball. I mean, how could it not be? So unless we are getting Porunga as a leader, I don't see who else it could be, and it would be kind of disrespectful to have the set be about Shenron and Porunga be a lesser leader, or so to speak. But that's going to do it for this reveal on this glorious Friday. Set 5 is looking to be an interesting set. Whether or not these cards and things can keep up with the meta has yet to be seen. Bandai has mentioned on the website that they have heard that the majority of the player base wants more interaction but with their opponent, and more ways to kind of try and be able to counter skills. So they have also said that starting with set 5 onward, most abilities will not trigger on play. So they won't have an auto that says when you play this card. It's going to have specified requirements. Like one of them says, if you know, for 2 energy, if your opponent has 4 or more battle cards, you can destroy all the battle cards on both sides of the board. You know, things like that. So the game might slow down enough that we can enjoy using leaders like this, enjoy using this cool new Wish Dragon Ball mechanic. Now, since this is also a block, it means that set 6 should also have these Wish leaders that don't awaken, which would be pretty cool. I'm really crossing my fingers, hoping we get Porunga as one of them, maybe the red Shenron from GT, or maybe even the Super Dragon Balls and that Divine Golden Dragon that we see at the end of Super. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button down below for us. You know, we appreciate the support. We appreciate all of our subscribers as well. You guys have been killing it with the support lately. We recently put up a new update video regarding our upload schedule and our streaming schedule, and it'd be really cool for you guys to check that out if you haven't already. A lot of good information if you're actually trying to keep up with any of our content. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this new wish mechanic that is like Awakening, but not exactly Awakening. You kind of awaken using the ability once, and then you're kind of done. Well, as far as the good ability. Otherwise, you're just going to search or draw a card, but you're not doing much else with it after that. Let me know what you think. How you think this is going in the right direction. Let me know if you think that those are what those three leaders are going to be. Gogeta, Janemba, and Omega Shenron. Because I'd like to hear what you guys think if I could be wrong, and maybe it could be a different character I haven't thought of yet. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.